SMA newborn screening saves lives.
SMA is one of the leading causes of infant morbid mortality. And since the last years, we have the possibility of having a treatment that will change the trajectories of the disease.
As a patient living with SMA type 2, I realized the importance of newborn screening because SMA is an important health problem that affects not only people living with this condition, but also their families and relatives. So there are already accepted treatment options for patients with SMA, and this is great because this means that newborn screening could help patients with SMA to be treated properly before the first symptoms actually emerge.
Having a child with SMA and severe disability affect all the family. As a mother, you always feel guilty when you have a child discovered with such a severe disease. But now for SMA is more and more stressful because you know that the time you treat has a very big influence about the disability your child will have long life.
Not only as an activist, a politician, a SMA patient, but also as a doctor, it's beyond comprehension for me not to take advantage of science and all of the available treatments.
We need to tackle the disease from the beginning because this is a disease that appears in most of the cases in the first weeks or months of life, and these patients are very weak, and the weakness just makes that all the complications appear. And most of these patients die even in the first 2 years of life. If you start the treatment very early in the first week of life, before there are more motor neurons that are the patient is losing motor neurons, so we can really make a big difference in the trajectories and in the evolution. SMA is a very complex disease, and they need a lot of specialists in the following up. If you really have newborn screening, you treat the patients very early, so the complications are much less present. So far, all the studies indicate that the earlier the treatment, the best the results.
So for me and for all the family and all the parents, it's very, very important to have an early access on newborn screening immediately after the birth to avoid the most important disability for this child.
Let's try to do this together in every European country and to make it accessible.
SMA newborn screening is adopted by many advanced countries outside the European Union. The number of the member states that include SMA to their mandatory list of newborn screening remains disappointingly low.
Each day, we delay the access to newborn screening. They condemn one baby in Europe to have long life, severe disability instead of normal life. It's very important to urge all the politicians, all the national organizations to stress them to go very, very quickly.
My goal is that every European Union citizen enjoys the same high quality of health and social services no matter of her residence. As you can see, screening for SMA is urgent, as should be done in every member state. Each one of us should promote it as a scientist, a politician, a patient, or a family, and we should also try to involve every active citizen to our fight.
Screening for SMA is urgent and should be done in every member state. Take action. Talk to your member of the European Parliament. Check with your national SMA organizations to see how you can help.